Hi, in this particular lesson we're going to talk about what I call LIPA Management 10-Step Journeyware. And remember, LIPA is Line Item Profit Analytics. And as we keep asking more and more questions with this new information we have, it starts to become a story or a journey. And it's got 10 steps to the journey, and being able to do all those 10 steps is a management process. So let's just go through the steps. The first step is to come up with a cost to serve model, so that we can come up with a good enough guesstimation of what the profit or loss is on a line item level. And we call that line item profit data quantum profit data, QPD. We then can combine this line item profit analytics information into the profitability of orders, the profitability of customers. And one first best sort of ranking report to do is customer profitability ranking reports. And when we look at these reports at the top, we're sort of shocked at how few customers we have that make massive amounts of profits. Then we look at the bottom of the report, and we're also shocked to find out that some of our biggest, quote, best customers are at the bottom. And we think that they're best because they call us 10 times every day. Well, that's the problem. I mean, their sales are huge and their margin dollars are huge, but their line item picks and their orders are intergalactically huge. So the cost to serve of all that, grossly exceeds their margin dollars. And we can have big customers that lose, $50, $80, $100,000. It's quite shocking. So we need tools, step 3, for doing the deep dive to figure out what's really going on in the SKU line item order size detail, statistically speaking, for wonderful customers and challenged customers. Once we get there, step 4, light bulbs go on. We're seeing stuff we never saw before, and we start to think, oh, you know what's going on? And we don't know for sure. They're sort of theories, they're good ideas, and we need to go figure them out. But for example, we'll notice that large, unprofitable customers, the margin dollar per line item and the margin dollar per invoice is actually quite small. It could be 1/5, 1/10 the size of a customer just like them, but was ordering in a much more planful, organized way. So the step 5 then becomes insights that lead to new plays. Okay, fine, we've got this insight. What are we going to do about it? Hey, I got an idea. What if we did? And initially it's not a play in our playbook, but it's an experiment. So we're going to go out and we're going to try this with a good, friendly, nice customer in a very diplomatic kind of way, and we're going to figure something out, and it crystallizes with time and practice into a play. So we have a little courage, we go out, we get some success, it builds our confidence. It's a little bit of an iterative process. But to go and roll this across the company and all the sales territories and all the locations, everybody's going to have some education, and everybody's going to have a little bit of sort of in front of the customer skills, new skills, as far as just being fluent with and understanding. And one of the big ahas that we have is called the law of reciprocal costs. And now what'll happen is every time you're an inside salesperson, you pick up the phone and somebody is giving you a small order or a rush order, you may say, of course, we're going to take care of it. But what can be done next time so this doesn't happen on a systematic repeat basis, because it's killing us and it's actually killing them. If they give us a $10 order and they're issuing a purchase order that's got all in $80 of paperwork costs in the purchasing department, they got to do a 3-way match and all that sort of stuff, or they give us an emergency order for $5, who's sitting at the customer's premise not doing what they should be doing for lack of something? Their downtime costs could be huge. So we have to have these skills to be able to sort of talk with the customer at a next level. Instead of just talking product and price, we start to talk about these other aspects of supply chain cost or opportunity. So we need not only new incentives, we also need tracking reports to make sure that with our skills, we're going out and executing well and getting things very tuned up, and then we have to keep them there. If we don't keep putting energy into keeping our buy-sell relationships mutually efficient and effective and fit, they can go back to being sort of haphazard, oh, I'm out of it, I need it now, quick, get it over here, which is creating lose-lose costs for both partners in the relationship. And when we talk about doing these new plays, I know it sounds scary, it's all new, but that's why we're going through this whole cost to serve math and through the repetitions that are built into it. And that'll give us a lot more courage to start to do an experiment. And then the key with experiments is to make them very small. Make them so small that they're not fearful. They're so small the downside risk is minimal to negligible, but the learning is big. And then we can build on those little successes.